Gonzalo Fernández de Oviedo y Valdés was a Spanish historian and writer. He is commonly known as Oviedo, even though his family name is Fernández. He participated in the Spanish colonization of the Caribbean, and wrote a long chronicle of this project which is one of the few primary sources about it. For 3 centuries, only a small portion of it was published, but this abridgment was widely read in the 16th century in Spanish, English, and French editions. He was born in Madrid of a noble Asturian lineage and educated in the court of Ferdinand and Isabella. At 13, he became page to the son, the Infante John, Prince of Asturias. After the prince's death, Oviedo went to Italy and there acted as secretary to Gonzalo Fernández de Córdoba. In 1514 he was appointed supervisor of gold smeltings at Santo Domingo, and on his return to Spain in 1523 was appointed historiographer of the Indies. He paid 5 more visits to America before his death, which took place at Valladolid in 1557. At one point he was placed in charge of the Fortaleza Ozama, the famous fort in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, where there is a large statue of him, a gift to the country from a king of Spain. Works. Oviedo's first literary work was a chivalric romance entitled Libro del Muy Esforzado y Invencible Caballero Don Claribel. It was published in 1519 in Valencia by Juan Viñao, one of the prominent printers of that time. In the foreword, dedicated to Ferdinand of Aragon, Duke of Calabria, Oviedo relates that the work had been conceived and written while he was in Santo Domingo. Therefore, it seems that this was the first literary work created in the New World. Oviedo wrote later 2 extensive works of permanent value, which for the most part were not published until 3 centuries after his death. Of Historia General y Natural de las Indias and las Quinquagenas de la Nobleza de España. The former work was first issued at Toledo in the form of a summary entitled La Natural Historia de las Indias. The first part of La Historia General de las Indias appeared at Seville in 1535, but the complete work was not published till 1851 to 1855, when it was edited by J. A. de los Rios for the Spanish Academy of History. The Quinquagenas is a collection of quaint, moralizing anecdotes in which Oviedo indulges in much lively gossip concerning eminent contemporaries. It was first published at Madrid in 1880, edited by Vicente de la Fuente. The Historia, though written in a diffuse style, furnishes a massive information collected at first hand. Las Casas, the fellow contemporary chronicler of the Spanish colonization of the Caribbean, denounced Oviedo and the Historia thus, one of the greatest tyrants, thieves, and destroyers of the Indies, whose Historia contains almost as many lies as pages. The incomplete Seville edition was widely read in the English and French versions published by Eden and Pola, respectively, in 1555 and 1556. It is through Oviedo's book that Europeans came to learn about the hammock, the pineapple, and tobacco, among other things used by the Native Americans that he encountered. The first illustration of a pineapple is credited to him. Shortly after Columba was in Hispaniola, Oviedo visited there and saw the natives using green wooden stakes lashed to a frame over a smoldering fire for cooking. The Taino word for this device was barbacoa. There were other changes to the word including the French bouquet,